Hey y'all, it is Melody Reynolds and it is a late night DIY session. So we are going to make some DIY non-toxic deodorant. And we're going to chat about, why is that important? Why should you care about your deodorant? But it is very important. So let me tell you who I am. I am Melody Reynolds and I help women to take authority over their faith, their health, and their bank accounts. And I'm also a wellness advocate with Young Living because it has helped me to take authority over my health and my bank account. And I love the products. I've been with the company for 5 years. I've made a lot of stuff in that time. I have used a lot of their products in that time, and I love everything that I have tried thus far. Because I only share the things that I love, and I love Young Living. So I have been with them for a while. I have a vast knowledge of how essential oils work and lots of recipes and things for you. So if you're new, be sure to type new down in the comments so that I can say hey to you. Let me know what's going on in your world tonight. What was the weather like today? What'd you do today? I like to hear from you. I like to see your face. Make sure to say hey so I can see you. Hey, LaDonna. And I have Instagram and Facebook Live, both going at the same time. Super excited about that. So just make sure to shout out and say, hey, if you're on the replay, say replay. If you're on Facebook, please share this out. It helps me to help more people when you do, and I so greatly appreciate it. It blesses me and it blesses other people. So let's get into talking about deodorant, right? So I know I don't want to be the person that's like, everything's toxic, we're all going to die, because it's so negative. And like, I didn't care when people approached me that way. I was like, I don't care. But after having a daughter, I started to care what was in my house. And then I started to care what we were putting on our bodies. And as she has gone into puberty, I really have started to care about deodorant because she has to put that on her body that is still growing and forming, and so do I. And as women, when we put on deodorant, it's near our breast and our lymph nodes, and if you're putting things that are toxic or kind of iffy or dicey, you're absorbing anything you put on to your skin goes into your body. And so we don't, like, if you've ever looked up deodorants, they're full of really bad things, very toxic chemicals. And I get it. I don't want to stink either, okay? I totally understand. I completely get it. I, too, do not like to stinketh, okay? But also, like I said, when your kids hit puberty, they get that puberty funk, and you've got to do something to help them out. So I've decided recently to start using my own. This is kind of a DIY. It's a little bit of a cheat, okay? So the first step of this is a DIY, and then I'm going to show you the second part that might freak you out a little bit, but trust me on this when I tell you, I'm not a light, perspirer, right? I sweat, okay? I sweat, okay? Especially since I started having night sweats, which finally I got a hold of those, but when I was having those, I would wake up and I would have sweat off all of my toxic deodorant anyway. So I was reminded I need to go back to my all natural stuff, and that is what I'm doing. It's very important for your entire body, but especially for things like your thyroid, your immune system, your adrenals. All of that is your hormones are hugely affected by what you put on your body. So this is a simple recipe, and then the second part, this is my first step. I'm going to show you how to make it. And then the second part is something you might be like, what? Don't judge me until you try it, I promise. Okay? So here we go. So, of course, I'm going to show you simple ingredients. Water is number one. First of all, let me show you the cute bottle. This is going to be backwards, I think. But it's backwards. So this is Fresh Pits. I am obsessed right now with getting little labeled bottles, okay? So I buy the bottles, I buy the labels, and I make my husband put the labels on for me, and they're fantastic. So I have these all over the house for all kinds of things. I got like my spot remover. I'm going to be making that soon with you guys. So I love these bottles. They help me, because I have so many in the house, they help me to know like what is what, okay? If I can't just sniff it out. So, super simple. I'm going to have my bottle. It has a little sprayer. It's glass. You always want to use glass when you're using essential oils, which we're going to be using lavender and, oh, I grabbed thieves. No, hang on. Wrong one. Oh man, I thought that was purification. Okay, well, we're going to pretend I have purification, okay? Because what I'll do is when I'm done with the video, I'm going to add it in, all right? So, along with that, I'm out of witch hazel. I prefer witch hazel. I'm out. It's going on my Amazon order tonight, okay? But I'm going to use rubbing alcohol instead. It's not my favorite, but it works. The reason that we're going to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol to the essential oils and to the water is because hey Shelly, how are you? Is because when you're doing essential oils and water don't mix, so you want to put a little something else into the water to give the oil something to grab onto so they don't separate. You can just use the oils and water, you just got to make sure that you shake it up very well before you use it. This gives it a little something to grab onto. Again, if I had witch hazel, that's what I would use. But we're going to roll with it. Sometimes when you're doing DIY stuff, you just use what you got, okay? Hey, Gregory, how are you? All right, so I'm just going to start with a little bit of water in my Fresh Pits bottle. Okay, I think that's so funny. Y'all, if you understood my sense of humor, I have the most inappropriate, like I'm that friend, I'm just filling it up with water. And y'all can't see me. I'm trying not to spill it on my desk because I'm actually doing this at my desk and not in my kitchen. So I'm filling this with water. I'm going to fill it about most of the way up. So the water is here, okay? And then I'm just going to put, I've got a little syringe. I'm going to get a little bit of alcohol. If you've got witch hazel, again, that would work. But I'm just going to put it right in here. Hey, can you find the purification? I think it's, I tell you where it is, it's on by my bed. Will you bring it to me? I'll get the child to do it. Child labor, free labor. Hey Ella, hope you guys are doing good tonight. Good to see y'all on Instagram too. All right, I'm gonna put like 2 little droppers full in there. I don't know, I'd say that's like a tablespoonful. I'm really not good at measuring when I do DIYs. This is why I don't cook. When I do DIYs, I just kind of throw things in there and hope that it all turns out. So we just roll with it and hope for the best. Then I'm going to use about 10 drops of lavender. You only want to use Young Living. I will say that till the day I die. It is the best oils. I love them. I've used them for 5 years. So I'm going to put 10 drops in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, child. Is there any in there? Yes. Thank you. And then I have the right oil now. Purification. So lavender is very, very soothing to the skin. So is purification. It's great for the skin. Purification is one that we diffuse a lot. Like if somebody burns some dinner in the house. My husband. Okay, my husband. So if somebody burns dinner in the house, or if there's some kind of weird funky smell, I love to diffuse this. I love to put it on cotton balls and put it in stinky shoes. Stinky garbage cans. It's really great for that. It's very purifying to the air. I love it. Okay, so that's why it's called purification. Okay, so I'm going to put 10 drops of that in here too, if it'll come out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And that is the first step, okay? Don't leave me on this second step and don't think I'm weird. Just when you get into all natural stuff, you learn to think outside of the box. So what I'm going to do is shake this up. Now, before I use this, I shake it up every time just to kind of mix things up. And then I would just spray that, okay, on my pits. That's what Fresh Pits is for. And this would be great for, you know, in the wintertime. This alone is pretty good. It's not bad. If I'm working out, no, I don't want to run people away. So if I'm working out, no. But like on a day where you're not anticipating getting hot and sweating a lot, this is great. However, I use a second step. Like it was 90 here today, okay? And we are in Kentucky and it is high humidity and I sweat like it's my job. I just do, okay? It happens. So I sprayed this on first and I let it dry and I'm like fixing my hair, brushing my teeth, blah, blah, blah. And when I'm finished brushing my teeth, I put on my toothpaste on my armpits. So Thieves Toothpaste is a wonderful toothpaste by Young Living. I love our Thieves oil. It is fantastic, wonderful oil. Smells like Christmas in a bottle. Love it. So it's really great for oral care. So it's in our toothpaste, right? And so I actually take a little bit, like a dime size or so. I put it between my fingers and I rub it on my bits. Now, these two together, for me, bulletproof. Works perfectly, okay? And that way I'm not putting something toxic on my body. Also works for my daughter, who again is a tween, and we know they get that funk that they get around 4th grade, and it lasts to what? Graduation? Sorry, but it does on some of them, especially those that work out and do stuff like that. Hey, Robert. It's not weird, honestly. A lot of things that you use that, you know, from our company or that are all natural things, there are several different uses you can get from it. So I order this for our teeth and to use as my toothpaste. Don't judge. You should totally try it, okay? All right. So if you have more questions about that, let me know in the comments. If you would like to be added to my wellness group on Facebook, I have a wellness group that I run with my Young Living team, girls that I love. They're my family. I love them dearly. We all met online, and we have a passion for, we're having a whole DIY summer week. So it's all summer recipes, things like this. Very cool, very fun group. If you are not already a Young Living member and you would like to be added to that, message me on Instagram or drop in the comments, add me, and I'll add you. By the way, if you're new, make sure to say newbie. I wanted to say that. That way I will get you added. Make sure you come back though, because a lot of people are like, add me, and then they never check back to get the instructions on what to do. I'm going to give you the link, and you have to go fill out a few questions because we scan people. We want to keep it a very uplifting, fun community with people that want to be in there. But if you're not already a member and you want to learn like what we do with essential oils and how we use all this stuff, go ahead and let me know. Say add me or message me on Instagram and I'll get you added, okay? All right, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be teaching on thyroid. I'm going to finally start my thyroid series. I was just diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and I'm doing some things that are making me feel better, and I'm going to be sharing that with you. Tomorrow I'm actually going to start at the beginning, and we're going to go over what the symptoms of hypothyroidism is, so that a lot of you guys are going to be surprised because you're going to be like, that might be me. So make sure you tune in. That'll be tomorrow night. I'm going to do it in the evening. I think that's a better time for you guys. Probably 7, 8-ish. I work it into my life. So make sure that you hop on for that or check back. The replay will be available. All right. I hope you guys have a great night. Keep those pits fresh. Love y'all. Bye.